Decentralization is basically the idea of there being no central entity that controls, commands, or provides access between party A and party B. The difference between centralization and decentralization is fundamentally about power and about control. So if we think about the most valuable companies in the world today, they're valuable because they own networks. In a decentralized world, there is no longer that central entity that commands or controls a network. The decentralized world is one that presents a lot of new technical challenges, and so a lot of the projects that people are working on today in the digital currency space are really about reconceptualizing things like money. So Bitcoin, the idea was, can we decentralize money? People are decentralizing identity. So instead of governments issuing, managing our identities, can we take more ownership of our own identities and how they're used? And so people are busy today building the tools, the products, the technical services that will enable us to be owners of our own data, to be owners of our own identities. You own it and then you permission it out. So instead of me giving you a copy of my passport and you filing that information in a drawer somewhere and then you get hacked and all of that data gets stolen, what I can do is I can authenticate who I am, but I don't have to send over the data. So an important part of it is the open source software development community. You need people actively writing, reviewing, auditing the code to ensure that the protocol, the rules function the way they're supposed to. So that's one, is the developers. Second is the people building applications that make the decentralized network accessible. So not every person is going to be a programmer or a coder, so you need people who can create user experiences to enable average people to access these networks. And then the third is really the people who validate the rules of the network. In Bitcoin, it's miners. In some of the new decentralized systems being created, there are different ways of gathering consensus. Some of them require voting, some of them require staking and proof of stake systems. And so people who validate transactions in these networks, people who act as nodes, are very important.